Hello, hello, testing, testing. Howdy there, countrymen and legionnaires. Welcome back to my YouTube channel where we discuss fashion-related things because for some reason, some of y'all think I have something important to say. Please excuse my appearance. I did accidentally fall asleep on a chair for the last 2 hours, so a little bit disheveled today. In the interest of not talking a lot, because I have the tendency to talk a lot because I like to talk, as you can tell from this overly complicated explanation of the fact that I like to talk a lot, I'm gonna try to keep things brief today. So let's just get straight into the video. And that is how to style bags in quotations or in parentheses specifically as a dude or a man, you know, whatever floats your boat. Now, the reason why I think this is important is because bags can be both very functional and very fashionable. I think it's a very, very simple way to elevate your outfits that, frankly, not a lot of guys take advantage of. And let's just be frank and call it the elephant in the room. Most of the reason of that is because people look at guys who walk around with bags with a certain kind of stigma, a certain kind of negative stigma. So because of that, a lot of guys are afraid to walk around and use a bag as an accessory. And I'm here to tell you that first and foremost, before I make any points in this video, the most important part, the key to wearing bags, to styling bags as a guy, is to do it with confidence. It's to make your choices and to just have confidence in them. Because at the end of the day, everybody else walking down the street has just as much fear that they're being looked at in a negative way as you probably do. And nobody really cares that much about what other people are doing, you know? So if you like bags, just wear them. Just rock them. Any style, any color, any whatever. And great, I've saved you an entire video of yapping. That's all you really need to know. All right, so now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's talk about different elements of bags that appear more masculine or feminine, because let's address the elephant in the room. A lot of guys don't want to wear bags because they don't want to come across too feminine, which I don't really care about, but I understand that that is a huge point when it comes to wearing bags. Is frankly, we are afraid of the eyes on us. So these are some different ways that, or these different types of bags and different, like, you know, elements of bags that I think make them, or might make you a little bit more comfortable using them. First of all is the type of bag. Now let's go over some types of bags in general. I think backpacks obviously are a bag that I think they remind us too much of elementary school. So I would say probably don't go with a backpack. People might look at that as a little bit more elementary. That being said, I know they'll probably come back into style at one point or another, but just, you know, if that's what you want, do it. But we also have messenger bags. I think this is a great way to start if you're a guy who's trying to learn how to accessorize bags. I think messenger bags look sleek. They have a lot of great design options. I think they appear or come across, translate as a little bit more masculine. Tote bags as well. They do give that kind of like, you know, Brooklyn, Silver Lake kind of vibe where the male manipulator outfit, you know, that everybody's been talking about and obsessing over. But I do think that you can get away with wearing a tote bag in a more masculine way, depending on the style of tote bag. I think it's just an easy place to start because it's so commonplace now. You also have crossbody bags. I think that this is probably the best way to get into bags because you can wear basically any bag and put a crossbody strap on it and it will instantly look less feminine for some reason. Like, I don't know what it is about it. And again, this is just my opinion, but I think it really does help to I don't know. I feel like it helps you to be a little bit more comfortable because frankly, carrying the bag I know is a lot. It's tough for a lot of people because for some reason, for whatever reason, carrying the bag just feels like a purse. And obviously men are taught growing up that carrying purses is for women. And so there's that negatively reinforced stigma in probably all of our minds, if we're being real. There's also duffel bags. And, this is crazy. If you walk on with a duffel bag, you are actually probably psychotic, but I have to be real. That is such a power move. That is such a statement. I think it's really cool. Like, if you're just walking around with a duffel bag in your hand, I think that kind of goes hard. I mean, I'll be real. It looks cool. Now, there obviously are bags that are going to look more feminine, like literally handbags or clutches, just, you know, things like that. Things that we would typically associate with women wearing bags. I think there's great ways to style them. I mean, you've seen Jacob Elordi do it a bunch of times. I've done it a couple times and I really enjoy it, but it does take a lot of confidence and it does take a lot of just, I like what I like and I don't care what you think to do that. And I understand that not a lot of people want to go there, or not a lot want to, oh my gosh. Not a lot of guys want to start at that point. So, you know, until you work your way over there, or maybe you never do, maybe that's not for you. Until you work your way over to that, feel free to just stick with, you know, the things that make you feel comfortable. Other things that can make your bag appear more masculine or feminine are the size of the bag. Honestly, obviously, if you have a smaller, daintier bag, it's going to appear more feminine. If you have like a larger bag, it's going to appear more masculine. And this whole idea of feminine versus masculine is kind of, I mean, obviously it's reinforced societally, but it is pretty stupid in today's day and age. I'll be just completely honest. But this is also going to apply to a lot of the other things that we're talking about when styling bags. So this is, yeah, kind of just point one, just to summarize that, is just, you know, the different types of bags, what suits your vibe, what you like. Typically, I think a bigger bag is going to work for more guys, but I think there's a lot of fun contrast going with a smaller bag with a very masculine outfit, or maybe a more feminine bag with a more feminine outfit with a masculine bag. It's fun to play with, but just keep in mind the actual type of bag. Obviously, that's going to play a large part in what you feel comfortable with. Number two, let's talk about material. There's obviously a lot of different types of materials for bags. The two most common, I'd say, are probably going to be leather and maybe canvas. Leather is a classic. I don't think you can ever really go wrong with leather. I would go for an actual high quality leather. I think that it just typically looks better. I feel like leather leather just feels a little bit more like comfortable for me. I think it just adds a lot of texture, a lot of detail, a lot of character. And I think it's just the classic bag material. So you can't go wrong with leather. Another great one that I'll go over is I think canvas. I think canvas bags, you'll see this a lot more in like totes and stuff like that. I think canvas is a great material. You can obviously get bags made out of other stuff, but I feel like when you want a bag, you want something that's going to be durable and hold your stuff and hold its, you know, I mean, you want this for everything, but it's going to hold up over a lot of use because you're using it to carry things and you're opening it a lot. You just want something that's going to be durable. And so the materials are another thing that are important to think about. I would personally stick with a leather or a canvas, but again, there's plenty of great other bags that are made of other things. But when in doubt, just go with leather. Just leather's great. Go with leather. Next, let's talk about color. And this kind of applies to obviously more than bags, but when it comes to bags, this is where you can have a little bit more fun, right? A lot of people, when it comes to fashion, don't really want to experiment, I'd say that, or like wear bright colors. It's easier to wear colors like darker colors, more or less contrasty colors. So if you are just getting into it and you want to play it safe, get something that is going to fit seamlessly, fit very easily into your wardrobe, right? Something that's just going to be simple. It's not going to stand out. It's most likely going to be in the form of like a black bag or like a brown bag or like a dark brown bag, something like that. But bags are one of the easiest ways to really have fun and really make your outfit pop. It's definitely an easy way to get creative and to step out of your comfort zone and to honestly appear a lot more stylish than you really you might think that you personally are. I'd say you can have a lot of fun with like a bright red bag. I think bright red bags go with a lot of things. I think they're very fun. My personal favorite right now is butter yellow. I think it's just, or pale yellow. I think it's just my favorite. I have my lovely Jacquemus bag and it's my favorite. I think it's so fun. And the Jacquemus bag is what I mean. I think for me, it's a great mix of feminine and masculine. And again, this video might be a little all over the place because I'm kind of going back into my earlier points. Anyways, oh, also all my power's out, by the way. So this is, you know, phenomenal. I have no power in the house. I digress. I just wanted to tell you that for some reason. I don't really know. But I think the Jacquemus bag is a great example of a mix of masculine and feminine energy, right? Like the color, the fact that it's a carry bag, just the shape, the look of it looks very feminine, but because it's huge, it feels a little bit more masculine to me. Like I feel like, oh, I'm walking around with like a big bag, you know, like, oh, big manly bag is, oh, fee, fi, fo, fum, you know, like that kind of stuff. But it also is just a great example of like, you can really play with color and have fun and really show off your personality through the colors that you choose in your bags. So definitely my recommendation is to go crazy with the color and have fun and get something out there, something that's loud and exciting, because I think that's just more enjoyable for everyone on the sidewalk to look. And let's be real, the world is a runway, right? The world is your runway. Get out there and strut with your pretty bags. Let's talk about matching your bag to your outfit or accessories, right? How do you do this? Well, the easiest way is probably going to be to match the bag to your other accessories, for example, your watch or your belt or your shoes. But I think there is a lot of fun in wearing a bag that doesn't necessarily match your outfit in terms of like colors. You get what I'm saying? So like this is going to go along with the kind of pop of color trend, which I know I kind of hated on in my last video, but it doesn't mean it doesn't work. Just because I don't like seeing it that much doesn't mean that it doesn't work. I'll be honest, I still do this. I definitely think it has its time and its place. I might have been a little bit maybe I'm rethinking my point from last video a little bit. But as I said in the last video as well, I'm really fickle. I change week to week. I think it is fun to not match your bag to your outfit. In terms of color, in terms of look, I think there should be some kind of cohesion between the style of clothes that you're wearing and the bag that you're wearing. But it's fun to just play around and just throw in a random color in there. Like, so long as it stays cohesive with the outfit, obviously don't just pick any color of the rainbow. Again, you can play it safe. You can get a bag in the same color as your wardrobe, but it's fun to just get the crazy bags that just stand out. I think the bags, when it comes to just matching them to an outfit, I think that's actually one place where you can kind of get away and be a little more creative and be a little more daring, and it's a little bit more acceptable, at least from a fashion perspective. This might not go well if you like live in the middle of nowhere in Oklahoma, obviously, or sorry, I don't mean to say that about Oklahoma. Great state. I loved it probably if I had ever been there. This will obviously make you stand out a lot more, but I think it's more fun in a fashion context. If you are trying to keep it more low key, then again, I would just recommend matching your bag to your watch, to your belt, to your shoes, to other accessories that you might be wearing. It's typically to like a secondary color. I don't typically think that you want your bag to be like the same main color as your outfit unless you're wearing a mostly monochrome outfit. I think it's probably better, at least just off the top of my head, to match it to more of the secondary or even like third-dary colors. I think that's going to play it a lot safer, and to be completely honest, it'll probably make a lot of y'all a lot more comfortable if you're in a place where you don't want to stand out as much. So I definitely would recommend doing that. But again, also I like to see people have fun, so maybe try that. Let's talk about functionality and occasion, or at least like, you know, what you're wearing the bag to. I think that this does matter to some degree. It's hard to like give tips like this, like how to style anything on the internet, because I'm just such a firm personal believer in just wear anything with anything all the time and just have fun. Why not? But obviously, a lot of people don't have the same fashion philosophy as I do. So these are more of tips that I kind of gain or from watching other people, or just by like thinking about it logically. So from a functionality sense, of course, if you're going to be out all day, you probably want something with like a crossbody strap, for instance, or something with longer straps that you can throw over your shoulder. For instance, whenever I go to New York, I typically like to get something that I can throw around that I can go crossbody, because sometimes carrying something in your hand all day can get really tiring, especially if you're carrying around a lot of things. So it really, really does matter how long you plan to be holding the bag, how much you plan to be walking, you know, how much stuff you need to put in the bag. And I carry a lot of things with me. So I typically go for a larger bag, and because of that, I typically always go with some sort of messenger or crossbody, sometimes a Suno bag. Like it depends, right? Whereas if you're just going for a night out or something, like, dude, just rock a clutch. Like, why not? Just walk around with a clutch. Who cares? But all you need is like your phone and your ID. Just rock a clutch. Like, I think that's so cool. And I think if you rock a clutch with confidence, like going out to the clubs or whatever you do on a night out, maybe you just go to Wendy's. I don't know. Maybe you're rocking your nice Mew Mew clutch to Wendy's to get a Baconator. I don't know what you do in your spare time, okay? But I think there's something really chic and really, really cool and just like, honestly, like, inspiring about people who aren't afraid to, about guys especially, who aren't afraid to rock clutches or smaller bags like handbags. And again, if that makes you too nervous, you can still find smaller bags like clutches or stuff like that that look a little more masculine. And if you're looking for smaller bags that are a bit more masculine, that's probably going to come down more to the material, the shape of it, and the simplicity of it. I think a simpler bag typically tends to come across a little bit less feminine, but again, that totally depends. There's examples for both sides, but I'd say you're probably safer to go with the simpler bag. But yeah, say you're going somewhere with like some kind of check, or you just need to carry it around for a second. You're just going to a small event or a party, or maybe a friend's house or something like that. Feel free to go with something that you can just hold in your hand. Like, I think it's cool. I think it's a cool power move, and like, it just shows confidence, especially if you do it with confidence. And then there's the occasion. It's what you're going to, right? Or maybe the outfit that you're wearing. For example, I think it's really, really fun to pair a very very like formal like style bag with like a formal, not designer, but like, I don't know, maybe like a briefcase looking kind of bag with like a very casual outfit. You know, there's something fun about pairing the formal with the casual, or like going to a very nice dress event and having like a very sporty tote bag or something. Like if you're wearing like a full suit and then you had like a tote bag with it, and then maybe you throw in like a baseball cap just to emphasize the casualness within the formality. I think there's something fun about that. I really have always loved throwing. For me, it's hard because I don't really see casual and formal. I don't really see styles in fashion. I just see individual items that I like. And I think that's the reason why I have the personal style that I do, is like I have trouble compartmentalizing things into different styles. I literally just see specific pieces that I like from different kinds of styles. I think not matching your bag to your outfit is really fun. I think it looks really, really cool. But again, if you're going for comfortability, make sure you match your bag to your outfit, right? Or to the occasion or to the place that you're going. That's obviously going to make you feel a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more, just like I'm rocking a bag, but like not like too out there. But again, it's hard for me to see all this stuff without like giving into my own mindset, because it's I'm speaking from my mind, like I want to see exciting, crazy things, loud contrast, loud juxtapositions, buzzword for all y'all, because I just think it's fun, and that's like my personal sense of style. So to be completely frank, it is hard for me to explain how you can wear bags or style bags in a very comfortable way, because I just don't view it like that. I don't view it as anything other than making a statement. So I'm sorry if I'm not the best at this. I'm sure you can hear my own personal style leaking into all of these points. Lastly, let's talk about accessorizing your bag, right? This is a very easy way to throw a bag or to emphasize your personal style without being too insane. A very fun way to make a bag much more personal to you, and I'm sure you've been seeing this everywhere. I mean, the classic is Jane Birkin with her Birkin, but throwing on bag chains or bag accessories, charms, chains to your bag is a very, very easy way to add a very personal touch that's going to make a bag feel a lot more like you, like your vibe, And if you're a person who's a little bit afraid to wear bags, a very easy way to wear a bag and start to kind of break out of your comfort zone more is to get a very, very simple bag. So for most people, this is just going to be a very sleek, like plain, flat, just simple black bag, right? Just the absolute easiest. Like if you don't know where to start, I'd say just get like a very simple black leather bag that's just almost flat, basically nothing on it, something with a crossbody strap, just simple and plain as you can get it. And the more you want to break out of your comfort zone, just start adding charms onto it. And eventually you'll have something that's like, the bag itself is still very like sleek and very simple, but you'll add stuff like chains and charms that make it more fun. And those things don't necessarily have to be extremely crazy or loud or out there. You can throw on a very, very simple silver chain. You can throw on a very, very simple keychain, honestly, if you want. Like you can throw on just a black piece of leather. Like I know I have one of those on my actual carabiner keychain. Like you can just throw simple stuff like that, and that's another way to accessorize your bag, make it look fun without having to get too far out of your comfort zone, while also breaking out of your comfort zone a little bit. And for those who are looking to make a statement and go crazy, well, now you can get a fun bag and throw even more crazy items on it to make it stand out more and be even more fun. I think that this is one of the easiest ways to incrementally step out of your comfort zone. That way you're not actually having to buy like a brand new bag every time you're like, oh, I want something a little bit more. Oh, I want something a little more. It's just, no, I want something a little bit more exciting, something a little more eye-catching. Like I want to walk around and have people draw more attention to the bag that I'm wearing. So I'm going to add a new charm today. Maybe this one's actually going to be bright and colorful. Maybe this one's going to be big, loud, shiny, and gaudy, and it's going to draw eyes. Or maybe it's just, I just want a little small step out of my comfort zone. I'm just going to add something small, like a bandana around the strap, and it's the same color as the bag, If you use canvas or denim, you can throw pins on your bag, and that's another great way to accessorize the bag without getting too far out of your comfort zone. So accessorizing the bag is a lot of fun, and I think it's a really, really great way to slowly build up your, I guess, confidence regarding bags. Now, again, this video was very hard for me to make because, again, it's hard for me to see, I can clearly see the difference between masculine and feminine things, but it's hard for me to care, I guess, if that makes sense. I typically like to pair masculine and feminine together. So if I wear a masculine outfit, I like to wear a feminine bag, or if I wear a feminine bag, or if I wear a feminine outfit, I like to wear a more masculine bag. It just kind of depends. I like to get a feminine like a feminine style bag with like a masculine element to it, or vice versa. You know, for example, I have like a little clutch purse from a Coach that I love, and I think it's beautiful, and I have a crossbody on it because that just makes it feel a little bit more masculine to me. You know, it's not me actually carrying around a dainty purse, it's me, you know, I just have a bag on. And so I just kind of like to play around with those things. And so again, I'm really sorry if I wasn't able to emphasize super well. I guess all in all I can say is try to rock bags. I think that they're very fun. I think that they're one of the easiest, most fun ways to get out of your comfort zone. They're very practical because, to be honest, I hate carrying things in my pockets. Once you start carrying things in a bag and not your pockets, your life will change. I promise you, your life will change. It's just so much better to not have things in your pockets. I think it looks chic and it looks cool, and frankly, not a lot of guys do it. So if you do it, it's a very easy way to stand out and have fun with fashion. And again, some of you want to stand out and separate yourself without standing out and separating yourself. So if that's you, there's no problem with that at all. There's no shade. I mean, do whatever you want. But if that's you, then yeah, stick to a darker color, a more neutral color, something that fits and meshes within your wardrobe, something that's going to be sleek, not too many different angles, not too many different lines, just a very simple, flat, like black leather bag. And I think that that'll go well for you, and it'll help you to step out of your comfort zone without having to make a scene. So yeah, that is my how to style bags. I guess it's obviously a little bit all over the place, maybe a little bit hectic, and maybe not a great how to style bags. This was more of me, I guess, just kind of talking about bags. Anyways, I hope you at least got something out of it. I realized, having made this video, that this might not be the this might not be the greatest video that I ever post on YouTube. All in all, have fun with fashion, do what your heart desires, and I love y'all so much. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and adeuces.